Hey, Melissa here, certified health and life coach. I did something really, really scary 4 years ago. And it's something that I never thought I would actually be able to follow through with. Uh, I quit alcohol. I mean, I was drinking a lot of wine. I was drinking every day, every night. That's how I justify it. It was never before 5 p.m. on weekdays. But I was in constant chaos. Like it's just I wasn't in a chaotic environment, but just that feeling of never really being in control and then waking up every day feeling groggy and regretful, and tired and sometimes sick, day after day after day, and then just high functioning at work every day. That was exhausting. And it all came to a head 4 years ago. I woke up, and the irony is that the night before was like the least amount I probably ever drank, which was like, I think I had one or two vodka sodas. But I woke up with so much anxiety. I had no idea what was wrong with me. My heart was pounding. I was so anxious. And I just couldn't figure it. And I started to cry. I didn't know what else to do with myself. I just sat on the edge of the bed and cried. My husband came in and immediately panicked. What's wrong? And then I said, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm overwhelmed and everything's just coming out and my chest feels tight and, help. And so he started listing a bunch of things that it could have been. What was causing the anxiety? Our relationship? No. My work? No. My friends? No. Like all these things. And we got all the way to the bottom of that list, and something popped into my head and I didn't want to say it out loud. I was so scared because I needed it. That's the story I told myself. But I said it out loud anyway. I think I need to quit drinking. And honestly, as scary as that sounded in my mind, the pressure in my chest loosened. My shoulders dropped and I relaxed physically. And I knew that was it. That was the thing. I've been drinking for so long that I kind of lost sight of why. When did I start? When did I start drinking this much? And why? Right? I mean, sure, I could blame it on my childhood. I could blame it on my 11-year marriage that ultimately came to an end. So many things I could blame it on. But I used to drink to numb out from my shitty circumstances, from the life that I didn't like, from having become a person I didn't like, whom I thought everybody else wanted me to be. But then he fast forward into this new life, right? I remarried in a very supportive, equal partnership where I felt safe and comforted and loved and accepted for everything. And living in a peaceful life, having healed from my childhood trauma, from the trauma of my early adult life, I got to a place where now I was just drinking. Why? What was I numbing out from? I did it. I got to the place that I wanted to be, but I was still drinking. So that was it. That was it. 4 years ago, I just said I need to stop, and it wasn't easy. The first thing my husband said was, I'll do it with you. That was profound. He didn't need to. He didn't have a problem with it. But he also understood. He knew in that moment that if I wavered, he had to be strong. And it worked, because a week in, a month in, I desperately wanted to go and get a bottle of booze. I wanted to go and get some delicious red wine, right? But he wasn't doing it. And so it actually helped me stay strong. But the other thing I did was every single day for a whole entire year, every single day, I updated my calendar with the number of days since I had stopped drinking. I got all the way up to 365 days, and then I didn't tally it anymore. I did it. That year was hard. Year 2 was a bit easier. Year 3 was great. Year 4, amazing. I'm healthy. I'm clear-minded. All the fears I had, fears around, I'm never going to have fun again. No one's going to like me. They're going to think I'm boring. Who wants to hang out with a sober chick? Boring, right? What a drag. None of them were real. None of it was true. It was stories I was telling myself. Guess what? I dance. Oh, I dance hard. I sweat my body weight when I dance, and I dance like no one's watching. I didn't need the alcohol for that. I thought I did. I'm funny. I'm still witty. I'm still funny, except now I'm just not repeating myself like a drunken idiot. So all the fears I had, they weren't valid. I mean, they weren't real. Like they didn't turn into a reality. My fears, of course, are valid. Doesn't mean they're factual, right? Doesn't mean it's going to happen or come true. So yeah, I'm celebrating that the story I tell myself now is that there's no part of me that wants another drink ever. What is the point? Sure, you could have just one. What's even the point of that? I can easily have a non-alcoholic beverage. I can easily have a sparkling water and engage in conversation, get out on the dance floor, whatever it is. So if you're struggling with giving up something, if it's alcohol in particular, you can do it. Just challenge those inner thoughts, challenge those fears, and you might lose some people. I think I did. It might have been a combination of quitting alcohol and quitting the ex-husband, but that's a blessing in disguise, because when other people show you who they are, when they don't show up when you need support, they've just done you a favor. Now you know who your real people are. Those are the ones that you hold close. Having a big circle is not necessarily the best thing. So anyway, that's my unscripted for today. Giving myself a big pat on the back for all my hard work, and I'm rooting for you too. You can do it. Gambling, shopping, relationship hopping, whatever it is, you can do it. Right? All right. Have a great day. Until the next video. Bye.